can't be that bad. Oh, it 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 can't be that bad. I think you're good. You could bring your mic a little closer if you'd like.
Like this?
Yeah.
Dang, it is close.
Yeah, and you could position it a little down so it doesn't cover your face as well.
It's like you're about to sing. Like
Perfect. Exactly.
There you go.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it is. Beautiful. So how we're going to start off the podcast is you're going to actually sing a full-length
Sing
set.
the intro.
Oh. Can't be that bad. Oh.
Love it. Love it.
It's been so long. Oh, man.
I think
I'm embarrassed.
do not be embarrassed. I think the last
man.
time we saw you was when we had made a commission with you to make our stickers, our very first stickers, which was so professional of
It
you.
was so fun.
So fun. Yeah, the fact that you gave us so many different options.
And
Yeah, and we
know.
still use a lot of
of
those
them.
stickers. They're somewhere here, but
I think my favorite part of that was we would just like name cartoons, and you're
Yeah.
like, okay, yeah, and then you
I
like
was
do them
yeah,
like
I know
that.
which one you're talking about. Yeah. My process has changed so much. It's crazy. Super crazy.
How do you do it now? You like take a picture of the person.
I have a deck now. I like
Oh,
have
yeah,
a whole
yeah.
PowerPoint
Like a-
and
mhm,
everything.
whole pitch deck and
I have a
everything.
contract. I mean, like I gave you guys a contract before too. But
yeah.
Yeah,
it's
I
all
think
different now. It's super different.
Well, that was like how many years ago was that?
3.
That
Wow,
was
yeah,
in 2019
2019.
when we did start.
like right before when I moved.
Yeah,
San
because I think
Diego.
you were about to move. Yeah,
Yeah.
if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
And it was like so we
Memory
got
serves
so
me.
many compliments from those stickers, like your artwork.
Really?
Yeah, it was you made us cute, which is what we are not. You turned us into like
Lies. You guys are adorable.
thank you very much. We tried. People loved the Rick and Morty ones. Like
I love the Rick and Morty
Yeah.
one.
they turned
Yeah.
out so well, and your communication is just impeccable. I understand why your growth as a artist and photographer and someone for hire. I understand why it's gone better because you are extremely
man.
professional and talented.
It's just been actually just better out here. In San Diego, I had like no connections, and then I come to Oakland, and I'm like, yeah, I'm a Bay native, and then people are like, hey, Bay
Perfect.
native,
We love that.
let me hire you.
Thank God we just had somebody in here from San Diego, and we kicked him out. And you're just
Yeah,
like,
exactly. They're just like, well, I'm here. I'm Asian, you know?
What
Then
do
people
you-
love that now, too. I'm just like, oh, okay, AAPI hate. I'm like, okay, just hire me now, I guess.
Yes, it's been working in your favor as an artist, and like
Yeah.
it's well because you've made art for a good purpose too. Like
I love doing that.
you recently just made you maybe a month or two ago you posted a bunch of posts about this beautiful mural that you
Yeah.
helped work on. Can you go like expand on that a little bit?
The mural that I recently did.
The one about kindness.
Oh, yeah. So that one was actually a volunteer event. And I had made that. Well, I guess a lot of my artwork is always just like trying to provoke some type of positivity in this world. Not like toxic positivity, because I mean, like, there are bad things that happen in the world.
Yeah.
But like, I try to spread as much like niceness and like kindness and like all of that as much as I can. But that one was just a volunteer event, and then it was the mural was to be donated to any organization of mine. But someone, as I was painting that mural, I had someone in mind. I wanted it to be donated to the LGBTQIA plus community, but they couldn't accept the mural, and so someone actually came up to me to get that mural in their facility. And so
Wow.
yeah, it was crazy. Pootman Clubhouse is where my mural officially lives. And it's pretty great
cool.
out there. Yeah.
How does it feel to create something and to know that people love it that much and they are putting it in places where a lot of people see it, right?
It's a great feeling, but then I'm just like, oh no, like, you know, imposter syndrome, where you're just like, I can't be doing this good right now.
We were just talking about this a few weeks
Yeah.
ago. I think imposter syndrome is something that a lot of creatives run into.
Yeah.
With such a subjective art form, I think that it's hard to accept when someone likes it, right?
Yeah, it is.
It's not like math. It's not like science where there is like one finite answer. With art, it's like we critique ourselves in
Yeah.
that,
Of course.
right?
Yeah.
Because like someone might think it's beautiful, but with that, I think that there is beauty in critiquing ourselves because it makes us grow, right? And can you expand on like how did you? First of all, let's slow the hell down.
Yeah, we're already like in the middle of the
This is my fault. I haven't seen you in so long.
I know. I haven't seen you guys both in literally 3 years
Yeah,
because,
yes.
you know, pandemic and all. And I was in San Diego living it out there and
yeah,
doing whatever. And now I'm back.
Your life
Back in
has
the Bay.
drastically changed since.
Yeah.
So let's start off by introducing all of the baddies, all of the listeners to our
call
very
laddies?
to all of the laddies out there.
All our,
The
all our
laddies.
Scottish listeners, the laddies.
The laddies. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of ICBTB's Highly
Highly
Irrelevant.
Irrelevant.
We are back. We are back with our first guest in a long time. Alejandro is back in the studio once again, and I'm excited. Everyone in this room, I adore greatly. Please welcome to the studio, Faith Cow.
Hello.
Photographer, illustrator, artist, overall creative. How would you slate yourself?
I don't even know. Now that I think about it, I'm
Graphic
just like,
artist.
I mean,
liver.
the thing I always say is
Liver.
photographer, illustration, and lettering artist. But then it's expanded immensely since that, because now I do knitting, I do
Yeah.
I do ceramics,
You're a
I do
sticker
polymer
guru.
clay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do a lot now, and it's just like because my mind just keeps going everywhere.
Where do you find the time?
Oh, I don't.
Oh,
Oh,
you-
man.
She's doing all these things. Are you listening? She's busy
man.
doing stuff.
That's okay.
Like
so the
before
time.
before this, I was like even working on like market stuff, and I was just like, there's only so much time in the day, but I don't know. I
You need
barely
a
even
personal
have.
assistant.
Yeah, I really do. Well,
Oh, there we
do.
go. Huh?
Shout out to your husband, who is also in the studio, Ronell. I just met you. I've known of you for years, but that is your personal assistant.
no, not really.
He
But
was carrying a
helps me.
clipboard when he came in and checking things off.
He helps me. You know, he's just like, ask, hey, do you need water? Yeah, I do.
That's important. That's important. Honestly,
He keeps me alive. That's what he does.
that's what significant others are made for. Because like, I am constantly and severely dehydrated all of the time, and I don't know what to do about it.
Right before you got here. In fact,
Yes.
Kristen that was his biggest complaint. He's like, I'm just so dehydrated. And I'm just like,
You
well
need
then.
some electrolytes.
Yeah.
I do.
But no one was stopping him. Just like, yeah, drink water. Take your time.
You know, I
breathe.
understand it. I had this problem, and I don't know how I'm still alive. This problem of like being too lazy to help myself. And it's a people pleaser type thing.
You need this water bottle. I'm saying.
Oh, here.
It pleases yourself.
The ad.
pleases you.
Oddwalla.
Oh, let's test your advertisement skills. This is a water bottle you got from Target. It was the second sentence you said when you came into the house. You goes like,
Yes.
Also, the second product from Target that you slated to us.
Yeah.
From when you come
I
in.
love Target. Target needs to sponsor me.
really? I
Honestly,
think,
you're
Target
probably
needs
the
to.
person that they're looking for right now.
I know how their store layout works. I know, the DCPI and all that. You know, I know how their store works.
You know
what's
the
it?
acronyms. You know everything. Yeah.
Well, the
DCPI? What is that? What are you saying
That's
to
like
me?
the SKU, the number code they go by. Everything.
Oh.
When they go bleep bleep on the little scanny
Yeah.
scanny.
Yeah.
Oh,
They're like,
thank
what
you.
are you? What
Thank you,
products-
translator.
What product are you looking for? I'm like, oh, here's a DCPI, and they're like, okay, thank you.
And they're so impressed whenever you say DCPI, huh? They're just like, oh, this
They're just like,
girl.
how do you
You're like,
know
just type
this?
this in. You just hit tab and number 2, and then it's 334298. They're like, I'm
know the
sorry, I just
tricks,
started here.
guys.
I don't know.
Just from looking at you, you do seem like a very pro Target type gal.
I think I'm a just pro retail type of person in general.
Interesting.
Well, because I worked in anthropology and we had to like focus on conversions on all that. So I know business really well, though
Yeah.
I've never been a business major. So.
Which is
Most
another
people
thing.
who run a business
Oh
aren't.
yeah, that's the other thing.
I think the listeners should know that how we know Faith. Well, I know Faith all the way back when we were wee little lads.
Man,
Faith and
babies.
Christian.
We were
That's why you guys got
babies.
together.
Straight up infants. What?
Faith, Christian.
Oh, has anyone ever made that joke with us?
What?
I don't know if
Christian
it's a
and
joke.
Faith,
It's a
the-
connection.
I don't know
we-
because I remember I used to call you Christian Carl.
Okay. Some more
Like a
context.
stepdad?
It's
Hey, Christian Carl.
well, you know that
I
whole
don't-
thing.
You know the whole story, right?
No.
My parents, when I right before I was born, they were trying to like a Filipino thing in the Philippines. They like to give 2 first names because one first name's never enough, and they're just like, okay, it's either between Christian or Christian Carl. Like I was gonna
Christian
have a hyphenated.
Carl?
Yes, because my father's name is Carlo.
Yeah.
And I'm so glad that they did not go with Carl, because if people started calling me Carl and I was a chubby kid
Well, would
and there's a fast food joint called Carl's Jr.,
would your brother's name have been like Carlo Christian?
well, he was already born. His name was Carlo already.
But they didn't have that debate about him having 2 first names?
No, because they wanted him to be a junior. Because so they're just like, it has to be the same.
And then you came along like, well, we already did the junior thing.
Yeah, this is the test.
Why
baby.
couldn't you be like the third or something?
You totally could have been.
You know? Let me
been
go
the
back in
third.
time. Be like, yo, mom, have one more kid.
Marty McFly did it, and he was like, "You remember?" He was like, "Hey, you know, when your son burns the carpet, don't come down on him too hard." You know.
Let me just go get a time machine, and I'll do all of that.
You made a time machine out of a DeLorean.
It's the way we met, though. To get back to it, is that we went to community college together.
Yes.
We took an organic chemistry class, which what surprises people when we do have science backgrounds. Right?
Yeah, it's a weird. They're like, "Oh yeah, you went to school for art." I was like, "Oh no, I really didn't. Really didn't."
No, you were like it was general chemistry, right?
It was at first general chemistry.
And then it moved to what?
Chemical engineering.
Jesus Christ, girl.
I got my BS in chemical engineering.
Wow,
but
that is insane.
On the side of like, okay, so I only went into art because my last year of my chemical engineering degree, I was like, well, you know what? I really want to get into photography. So I'm going to start doing grad photos. And I started doing grad photos. And I'm like, yeah, chemistry is not for me.
You know what? Like, you are a great example to a lot of people that have been at that fork in the road in their lives. Me included. Because I took that route of, okay, I majored in biochemistry.
Yep.
I'm going to please my parents, and I'm going to get this well-paying job in a facility and I'm making medicine for rare genetic diseases, which is freaking awesome. However, every single day, and Melissa's been hearing it, I'm just so sad looking at stainless steel.
I was kind of hoping to be like, however, I like those diseases.
and I am not wanting to make this medicine for it. But no, like hearing that you are taking that route for something that you're passionate about, like you look so happy.
Oh yeah. I think I would have been crying every single day if I had an actual chemical engineering job. I could not be in the business.
It's not
at all.
It's a lot of pressure, I think, to go into the field with that type of major too. Yeah. And like now look at what you do. Like you have clients that you make really happy.
It makes me happy every day. I'm just like, wow, I get to just do this. And I'm like, I forget it's a job sometimes. I'm like, oh, I should chill on this. Like, I'm not doing this for fun. I'm actually doing this for work. And then I spend I spend hours on it. And then I sleep at like 4 a.m. And it's like, oh, well, this was fun. I need a break.
Well, I mean, you sleep at 4 a.m. just like straight up working all the time?
Yeah. Well, because I mean, like now I do ceramics and everything. I literally bought like a $600 wheel, which is on sale actually. It's usually like $1,000. But
your Asian really showed right there.
Yeah,
I love it.
I'm so Asian. It's really bad, but also very good.
It's great. It's great.
But yeah, no, I just like do arts and crafts and I lose track of time too often.
That just means you love it.
Yeah, I really do.
You're having fun.
Because all I'm doing at work is I'm looking at
counting the clock, counting the minutes.
Yeah, I mean, because if I had a choice, and I've talked about it a bunch on this podcast, like I wish I could just go in the route of singing, but it's not. And like there is a market for it. Like I was a wedding singer for a little bit, and like but it's not as your skill set is much more broad in the sense that like people need what you're doing all the time.
People need singers all the time, Christian.
And there's so many singers out there, much better than me.
More singers than the need, honestly.
You could be the next Bruno Mars.
That's a lot of pressure. We just saw him live, and I would have to like just submerge myself in like holy water until I come out singing like him.
Oh man, but you're a great singer.
Thank you very much.
Saying, you're a great singer.
You know what? Imposter syndrome.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's what it comes down to.
That's what it is.
I want to talk about, so the first time I met this girl was at community college.
Yes.
It was in the organic chemistry. And I had like, we weren't even in the same class. I had to go to the earlier class.
Yeah.
And so these are like a bunch of new people. And the way I noticed you is that you had to go like I think we took a test. You had to drop off your test at the front, and I heard heels. I was like, yo, who's wearing heels at 8 a.m. in Pittsburgh right now? I was just like, okay, all right. And
we were taking a test. Like everyone's stressed out wearing like athletic wear, and I'm here like dressed to the nines for an 8 a.m. exam.
I'm like, what is she doing in this class? Like, is she in the right place?
What did you get on the test? Do you remember?
I think I got an A.
Okay, good. Okay,
well, because OChem was really easy.
It was really, it was actually really easy.
It was really easy. Well, it was hard but like easy.
Yeah, it was.
There you go.
I think it's
That's all
funny
it
that
takes.
you noticed my heels because I remember you being really well dressed because
Thank
you worked
you.
at H&M.
I did. I cannot talk any shit, and Melissa makes fun of it. I used to like a year or two prior. I just started working at H&M, and I was straight up rocking like a bow tie and suspenders
Yeah.
in like in an anthro class, like at like 8 p.m. And I'm like, ugh, and dress shoes too.
Yeah,
I
you
just
had dress
remember
shoes,
feeling
yeah.
so tight, or like if I turned wrong, a button would fly off. And so, I mean, it seems that we've our fashion has changed immensely since.
Yeah, since then. Yeah, for sure.
Because like now the comfy look is in.
Oh, yeah.
I'm trying to be. You look comfortable as hell.
Oh, I am comfortable.
What
as
is
hell.
this top that you're wearing? You look like the main character from Demon Slayer.
Demon Slayer?
Yeah, you look like an anime character.
This is just a checkered top.
Oh, and it's
nothing
tied in
much.
such a way.
It's just a regular like, button-up shirt. I just like to tie this.
Oh, I see.
Now, yeah, I don't know.
Man,
It's just a
Too many
thing.
buttons.
Yeah, just 1, 2, and then because I always can't get them lined up anyway, so just tie it all.
Stop.
Spoken like a true artist.
Do you actually like have it?
No, earlier I was just like, wait, this is wrong, and I had to fix it.
And then do it all. Biggest pet peeve is and putting on shirts backwards.
Oh,
I get so upset about it.
I'm
that
pretty
happen?
sure I often put my underwears on backwards.
That happens to me more often than any other piece of clothing.
No. It can't happen with guys, right? I mean,
Totally
with
does.
boxer briefs, there's
No.
like no. They sew it in such a way so you should know
Oh
where
yeah,
there's
I know.
more
There's
space.
there's like a hole or whatever.
Yeah,
right?
but if you put it on and just go, you don't realize until you have to
Yeah.
pee, and then you're like, "Where's the hole?"
You don't notice that it's like it feels different
on
when
the
you put
other
it on?
side, I
Yeah.
guess not. It kind of feels the same.
Yeah.
I mean, I can understand
Thank you,
for girls.
Faith. You get it. Yeah.
Yeah,
see?
exactly.
Well,
I
she
mean,
is
No, for
different.
girls it should be more different because the butt's always a bigger covering than the front.
No, but there's like different types of underwear.
That's true. Sometimes the butt
That's true.
covering's less than the front.
Because
But then wouldn't that make either way? It's different. The front and the back are never the same on lady underwear.
Question.
I haven't worn it in years, but
thongs and G-strings, are those different things?
Yes.
yeah, G-string's a type of thong. All
it's a-
G-strings are
a
thongs.
subcategory of
Yeah.
All G-strings are thongs. Not all thongs are G-strings.
Okay.
How do you know this so well?
I used to work at Victoria's Secrets.
Oh.
No, I didn't. I
Secret,
just
now you're going at secrets.
Victoria's. It has.
She only has one secret. Victoria's Secret.
Hang
No,
on.
he
that guy.
worked at the off-brand shop.
That guy had a lot of secrets.
Victor's Secret? It is.
Victoria's.
Oh, Victoria's Secret. Let's bring it back a little bit. Earlier you said you were going to paint an entire school.
Yes.
Paint a mural for a school.
Not an entire school. I
Yeah,
just realized.
paint a mural for a
It's like,
school.
Yes, entire school. Yes.
So that seems like an awesome gig. Like, so what school is it so that like some of our listeners could visit that school and see these murals?
Well, I mean, I don't know if they should be
Yeah.
visiting. It's an elementary school, so there's gonna be a lot of kids. But
Never
I mean,
mind.
maybe some of our listeners have kids who go
Yes.
there or will have kids. But it's going to be in Oakland. It's an Oakland school, and it's Cleveland Elementary School. They have these 3 portables that need some design work, and so I'm going to be painting that. We haven't figured out what to design on yet,
Whoa.
but yeah, we're going to be painting it full scale and everything. I'll be there on site, but I will also be designing it in the background. But yeah,
Are you
that's what I'm
excited?
doing. I am, but also scared. I'm just like, man, I don't know how it's going to go. And it needs to be interactive in some way too. So I've been trying to figure out how to make something like that interactive, but like last a long time. Like,
What do you mean by interactive?
where it keeps
can play
the
with it.
kids, where it keeps the kids
Oh.
engaged. But I mean, one thing that we are doing is that we're going to have some of the kids from the school come on and help paint it. So that's
so
nice.
cute.
Yeah.
That's so cute.
I'm going to try to have it be like a paint by numbers type of thing where it's
For
just
sure.
like, outline something and then have the kids paint it because that's simple-ish enough
Yeah.
for them to do.
And this is gonna happen on three portables.
Yeah, but 3 portable, so yeah.
How did you land that? How did you like? I mean, it seems like that because the last time we spoke, you were making artwork and taking doing a lot of portraits for people.
Yeah.
In terms of photography,
Yeah.
and now it's just like now you're doing murals, and I couldn't be any more proud of you.
Oh, thank you.
Like-
It's come a long way. It definitely helps that I moved back for sure. Because none of this would have happened in San Diego. I just didn't go outside. I was afraid of the world. I was like,
Really?
everyone has COVID. I don't want to go outside.
That is true. Like, what was life like as an artist during the pandemic?
Oh, it was so hard. I mean, that's when I did start my shop. That's when I opened my
that's true.
shop.
That's
yeah.
good.
So good. Yeah.
I remember making 100 sales and I was like, yep, this is it. And then I was like, yeah, I'm too tired.
I think for as long as I've known you and the
person that you are, like you have all these, you are extremely talented in what you do, and you have drive that mixed with imposter syndrome, and good work. Yeah, and that mixed with like good work ethic, aesthetic, and like knowing business, and also like you have like a wonderful grasp of social media.
Oh man.
Which is such an important like aspect of like selling yourself.
Yeah, it is really hard to market yourself. Like I'm sure you guys have like issues marketing yourself with like the stupid algorithm and everything.
It's tough. Like back in the day, like before I knew that like the clips that we were making should be vertical.
What, really?
Like before all of that, I would like spend hours on a clip, subtitles and like cut tos and whatnot, and like a bunch of effects, and I'd be like, man, 34 likes. That means 34 people liked this post. And like once I changed it up and like understood the social media game, I'm like, oh damn, like I'm actually those are multiple zeros after after those likes, or after that number. It's crazy. And like seeing the way that you market yourself, because I was just looking at it earlier today, you know, to just like brush up for this episode, and I'm like, you're killing it.
Oh, thank you.
You do
it's still hard because I'm just like, I don't want to post all the time, but it's just like I kind of have to. Yeah, I used to have a schedule. I used to post like 3 times a week.
I think that's how it is. Like they're typically
a lot of people are.
We recently had on a pretty successful like TikToker on here, and he said that he would post at least once a day, and so like it's come down to a schedule, writing down like notes and all that stuff.
Once a day?
Once a day? Can you imagine?
I cannot.
I imagine you block
post a story once a day, but like a reels once a day?
Yeah.
That's a lot of work.
Because yours seems like, because you have like, and maybe we'll put it up on the episode, but like the one for the mural, you do I love it. Like where you hit your paintbrush against the camera, and then it shows the mural, and you're like,
with this tool, I shall give birth to art.
oh boy.
It's beautiful.
Pan out. I'm like, oh, this is like entertaining. This is like what makes people stop mid-scroll.
Yeah. That video didn't do well though.
Really?
No, it didn't do as well. Surprisingly, I was shocked too. I mean, like I've had other videos that have blown up, but it depends. It's the algorithm. I'm telling you, it's like Instagram sometimes likes me and then sometimes hates me.
It's hard to study. It's hard to figure out because you have the other one about like you knitting a cardigan.
Yeah, that one did really well. And I'm just like,
really well.
Like what even?
I don't need a cardigan to be pretty. 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 I don't need, it looks better anyway.
I don't know.
I don't know how to.
People like cardigans more than paintbrushes.
I guess so. You know, fashion.
It's just like hard to. We live nowadays where we're trying to please people that we can't see.
Yeah.
Like not in front. Like at least like we've developed personalities through friends that like we interact with. We know what makes another person laugh. Like we could read body language. But now like we post and there's this delayed gratification, and like we gotta study that. It's insane. And like that is necessary to market yourself.
Yeah. It's hard.
It is difficult.
It's really difficult.
Did art keep you going throughout the pandemic? Like, did you do it cathartically?
I definitely did. Well, in the spike of the pandemic, once it was like, oh, COVID's kind of over, you can like go outside now. That's when I moved to a different place in San Diego. Sorry. Oh. I moved to a different place in San Diego, and at that place, I was like, this is too much for me. And I couldn't do it anymore. And okay, this is really bad. But basically, I had a lot of people copying my art. Yeah. And like just taking my art from just like my photos and everything, because I didn't add my handle on there. And that was my mistake. And so I like didn't think people were going to steal my artwork or anything like that, or like repost it without me knowing. And so I was like, I had to really dial down. And she's like, I really need to protect myself. And so I like really looked into all that. But that year I didn't post, but I still was doing art. I just didn't post it. So my art got extremely better. And like, I was like, you know, if I am really good at this artwork, no one can copy me.
Wow.
Yeah, that's how my mind works. I was like, if I get really good, no one can copy me. Or like, if I do this one thing, like ceramics, like I haven't really posted anything about my ceramics, but I'm like, if I just do it for a whole year and like I get all this equipment. People are just not gonna like get up to my level, which is really bad to think. I'm just like in my own head about like people copying me. I'm just like, it's a scary thought, and that's where it like got me to. But I'm doing a lot now, and I'm slowly sharing more of my artwork and getting better at it again.
It's that I love that. I know you said that's kind of like a scary and bad way to go about it, but like if I get so good at something, no one could be me, which is beautiful. Like that's
You're not wrong. It's not a bad way to go about it. Yeah.
I mean, that's the best way to. I mean, like I now I kind of want to do that with singing. Not that someone could steal my voice, so it's not Little Mermaid.
You don't know that?
Yeah,
with technology,
someone could steal your voice.
Yeah.
They could auto-tune your voice and you wouldn't even know.
Oh shit, you're right. I'd be flattered. I mean, you should have been flattered, right? That people were like at first.
Yeah, at first, but then I was just like, okay, this is like getting ridiculous. This needs to stop.
And then like, look what it did. It made you really good.
Yeah.
And where are those people now?
Well, I mean, they're still doing their own thing.
Oh,
Or other people's things.
copying other people's things. Maybe.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's just like, especially when like a corporation like takes your artwork and you're just like, can you ask?
Yeah.
At least, but it's been getting better. I will have to say it's gotten a lot better. Like, I didn't announce this or anything, or I did, but like very low key. I did work with Instagram last year.
Whoa.
Yeah, I was able to work with Instagram.
Damn, that's really cool.
Yeah, no, they reached out to me super random. I thought it was like a fake email. I thought it was a scam email. It was just like from Instagram and then from this person named Kayla. And I was just like, okay, Kayla. And I tried to look her up and I was like, does she really work for Instagram? But she did. But she reached out to me and was like, hey, can you give us a design? We'll pay you, you know. So it was a commissioned work, which was really nice. And they asked me to just give them some artwork to make into stickers for AAPI month. So in May of last year. So that was great. Wow. And so that was an amazing opportunity. And so like some small things like that happen. I'm just like, wow.
That's
for
pretty
a
cool.
good cause
Yeah.
too. Like you've done some like awesome things. I remember I already thought it was so cool that you were able to get your artwork on the sticker section. You're able to make Instagram stickers.
Yeah.
And they're
that was
still
really
there.
cool.
No, it's crazy too. And they kind of like, well, one of them has like, it's being used like quite often. And like some of my favorite artists, I'll see them use it. I'm just like, whoa, that's my sticker that I made.
That's so
like if you
flattering.
type in mail into like the Giphy stickers, so like mine is like one of the first ones that pops up. And I'm just
dope.
like, yeah. And it's crazy. Giphy, if you guys ever have stickers, I can definitely help you guys get on that. But it's so cool. You can track how many people have used your stickers. I haven't checked it in a while, but
There's analytics tied to it.
yeah.
There you go.
like,
Now Christian's interested.
Yeah.
Now Christian's
Tell me
into
about the numbers and
no, it's really cool. I haven't checked in a long time, but I'm pretty sure it's like a million, I'm sure, or something like that.
Holy
Yeah, it's just like
Very
people who
nonchalant.
has used your stickers, and you're just like, wow, that's crazy.
That's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, it is.
Was it a hard process to get your artwork onto?
It took a while, that's for sure. It took like a couple months for it to get approved.
Yeah.
Giphy is just very weird, but once you get it through, it's like you could just keep having it going, and I was just like, it's very nice. So you on your stories, you could just be like Christian's head, or like.
Oh, dude, your stickers are very cute out there. I love them. When growing up, did you ever think that this was gonna be like your path?
Oh my God. When I was in kindergarten, you know, in kindergarten or like elementary school, when they're like, what do you want to be when you grow up?
Yeah.
I definitely wrote down artist. 100%. I was like, I want to be an artist when I grow up.
I'm gonna cry.
did it.
You're gonna make me cry. That's beautiful.
Yeah, that was like one of my dreams. And then it was just like life happened. And I was like, you know what? I'm good at, math. Let me just get this math minor. And then.
And now, how often do you use your chemical engineering degree? And
Okay, can't lie, with ceramics, I actually have to retain some of my chemical engineering knowledge, or like at least with the chemistry, because I'm just like I have to deal with like the chemicals in the clay, like silicate and like soda ash. I deal with that kind of chemistry, and so it's just very interesting.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
It seems like you're using more of your academic knowledge than I am, even though I'm in the freaking field.
I know. Do you not use it at all?
No, they're hiring anyone. They're like, can you read and can you not fuck up? You're hired.
Can you see this finger?
Basically, that's all it is. Because guess what? Man, I'm not going to say the company that I work for, but I work with a bunch of dumbasses.
Oscorp.
And I'm like, I paid money to go to school and like, really work hard to like please my Asian parents. And now I'm just like working with people that didn't really work hard to get here. So you getting to where you're at now, like you figured it out. And that's a beautiful
I don't
thing.
know if I figured that out. Honestly, I don't know if I could say that.
Well,
You're figuring it out in the process. Looks like you're
Yeah.
getting a little bit further than
you're going in a good direction.
Yeah.
Because like he and I, we constantly ask ourselves like, what
What are we doing?
What do we want to do with our lives?
Every
Like,
morning.
I still think
every
like,
goddamn morning.
what do I want to be when I grow up? I'm 29 years old. I'm grown up and I still don't know, right?
Oh man.
Growing up, I wanted to be a wedding singer. I got that, I guess, kind
Yeah.
of. And then my dad told me that you're not gonna get paid. You'll eat cake at the wedding, right? That's it.
But
You're like,
it's
yeah,
cake.
Yeah.
Like,
What's
why
the problem
not?
with that?
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
cake.
really good. And open
Are you
bars.
selling the job, Dad, or is this
I'm in. You know, I'm a fat kid, Dad.
you eating cake at a wedding as he's saying that?
I told my dad, I forget why. This is like so silly. And then I told him, once he shot me down, I came back with another thing and I was like, I want to be a priest when I grow up. And he was like, why? And I said, because I don't like girls and you don't have to be married when you're a priest. And he was just like,
It's not that you don't have to be. You can't.
yeah, you just cannot.
You're like, whoa, never mind. Though.
And then after that, I still don't know. I think what got me into this field was I watched Breaking Bad and I was like, yeah, science is cool, but I can't make meth. And here I am.
So let me
Yeah.
make other things.
I'll make other things.
Kind of like meth.
Meth for sick kids in Africa.
It's it's an interesting thing. And what's the next steps? Like, what is the end goal with what you're doing here?
I honestly don't know. I just, at this point, I try all the crafts and see which one feels nice.
Which one feels the best?
Well, right now.
Ceramics feels pretty good, huh?
No, but I have eczema. Ceramic feels amazing, but my eczema, oh God, it's been bad.
I remember like when we did
Yeah.
lab together, you would like just wash your hands and it would hurt.
Yeah. I mean, now it's okay, but like I was bleeding before this.
Like today?
Yeah, because you know how my hands just, okay, like people who have eczema know how it is. You touch something and then your hands like crack and then they peel. And then it's like I'm a bad, like I pick at my skin. So that's even worse. But no, it's gotten, okay, my eczema is really bad right now. Ever since I moved back, in San Diego, skin was beautiful because of humidity and everything.
sure.
I have like Vietnamese skin. And then once I moved
Come
back,
home.
I know I need to go back. But I started getting eczema like on the back of my hand. I put ointment on, so it's fine now. But like I have it like right here and then right here and then right here is itchy. And then I'm starting to get it on my eyelids right now.
Why?
Yeah.
Why the most sensitive spots?
I don't know. I mean, like I used to have eczema on my eyelids as a kid, and so it was really hard to blink as a kid. But then they're just like coming back. It's just like, wow, childhood trauma to like.
Okay, at least you won a bunch of staring contests because
Your baby
No, it's
doesn't
just like-
blink.
yeah, because it hurts to blink for her.
Oh my God.
How do you like? And so it's just a bunch of ointment and all of that stuff.
Yeah.
Because I'm just now getting into skin.
Are you?
yeah.
Like
That's
the
a weird
skincare?
sentence.
Okay, I know it's
There's a-
skincare.
Getting into skin.
I'm not getting into skin.
Whoa. Sounds
Just
like,
collect.
Sounds of the lambs over
Collect
here.
skin.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna put people on blast real quick. Okay,
What?
but Melissa, she's got me into skincare. So now
Got you in the skin.
she got me into skin because
Oh,
she's
into skin.
She taught me to like, hey, you can't just like splash your face with water and rub it really hard with a towel and think you're good. And I'm like,
You rub it just really hard.
Well, but for such a well put together man, I
Yes.
have to say, you do some caveman shit. That
let's list the caveman shit that you think.
well,
Please.
that scrubbing your face thing is insane.
Oh, you have seen it, yeah.
And me and Melissa have discussed your use of a neti pot without using like the solution. You just use like the tap water.
Yeah.
Don't you?
Yeah, I
No,
used to.
that's so-
to.
Okay. It's so like.
And she told me now I don't do it anymore
Thank
because
God.
she said I could get a brain amoeba.
Yes, you're
and
gonna
that's
have
so scary.
a Gyarados growing in your brain.
Tap water's scary, yeah.
Yes, it's horrible.
Okay, what else do I do?
I mean, you sleep like a caveman
does
after
that
he's been
mean?
hunting mammoths because you sleep like this.
Like that?
Like you look. You've seen pictures of you sleeping. You
Yeah.
look like you've just finished in a fight, or you fell in that position. Like you look always a little distressed.
Oh my God. Actually, now I remember the one time I came over your place in Davis and, and you were kind of caveman.
Careful. I've been paying compliments to you all day.
But I can't forget you had like a full on like
Beard,
and I wasn't used to that. And then your mattress was on the floor, and you're like, yeah, I've got like
Floor, you've come a long way.
I've come a long way.
You've come a long way.
But I remember you're like, yeah, the carpet has bugs, and I was like, what are you talking about?
Oh, I had a flea
yeah, I was gonna say, didn't your
infestation.
roommates have fleas like a fucking animal?
I don't know where it came from, but I was the only one being bit because like I would wake up.
So you had the fleas.
No, I didn't have the fleas.
If you're the only one getting bit, that means you have the fleas.
Slow the fuck down, bro. Okay. No, what happened was okay, so I would wake up and I would have to count all of the new bites. And then I would rendezvous with my roommate, my cousin, and I would ask, how many bites did you get?
Like,
and she's
none.
like, just glowing. She's like, none, cousin. And I'm like, I got 10 more. And they'd be between the toes, on the ankles. And I'm like, am I going crazy?
They're in my socks.
They're everywhere. And I would find them because I would walk around with white socks and you could see them. And what I discovered is that my cousin was probably being bit, but I'm allergic to flea bites, so they show up. So the bites do nothing to anyone else
That
because they're
makes
just whatever. You get
sense.
poked a little bit. But with me, whatever they have in their saliva, if they have
Yeah,
saliva.
you're
I feel
allergic
bad.
to fleas.
Yeah, I
Well,
didn't know it was a
yeah.
medical condition.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Feel bad.
Trigger warning, please.
I just remember you telling me about that. I was like, what in the world? I was like, Christian, you can't be living like this. I was like, let's get you a bed frame.
I know. I needed to. Oh, I just had to. You don't know. So during finals week was when it was the worst.
Oh, no.
Wasn't there like 13 guys living in that 2-bedroom apartment?
This was a different one, and please say that with more context. That sounds crazy.
No, it sounds like a sweat lodge that you guys all. Wait, the one with 13 men isn't the one with the fleas?
No, you would
No.
think though.
Oh, I've always thought that was the one that gave you fleas.
No, this is my first place near Davis. It was in Woodland. During finals week, it was so bad. I had to. I think the first night I slept in the kitchen. Because it's tile. It's like the.
Oh, I remember you saying that.
It's neutral
On
zone.
the table, didn't you?
And I put a table. I put a pillow on the table and I just set my head down.
Yeah.
And I had to
cried.
sleep. Yeah, because it was finals
Oh
week.
my God.
And then the rest of the week I slept in my car.
Oh man.
I felt so bad. I was like, do you want to come over sleep at my place? And that was also like maybe a year before. Your laptop was broken. Oh my God. Caveman.
Yo, chill. It's like,
I'm so sorry, but your laptop was so bad. I remember I was like, do you want mine?
it was an HP 2012 laptop that I dropped from the top of my car. And so the battery was destroyed. And the only way it could work is if it stayed plugged in. So I would be in these study halls
With the wire all the way.
in the middle of the row, plug it in, run the wire underneath all these people's feet so it could get to the outlet.
But you got there early, right, to set this all up so you weren't bothering
Probably
anybody?
not.
No, I'm
Probably
late to
not.
everything. And
Yeah,
so
yep,
this
I know.
kid's late with a loud breathing laptop.
You're a loud breather.
I'm a loud breather already. So during the lecture, all you hear is and it's producing heat. So it's hot around me. I'm nervous. I'm producing more heat.
You're eating your onion sandwich.
It's just like I was a caveman, sure.
I remember in college it was not good for you.
You know what? Everyone needs a time to kind of grow and learn.
And that was my growing phase.
Yeah.
Literally with the beard. She worked at a boba shop that I would come to often. And when I would come up to a line, she would audibly say, "Caveman Christian."
Oh, so this isn't a new thing then.
No, this is from like 2016.
You've always been a caveman. No, I mean, like, you've always known you were a caveman is what I'm saying.
A well-dressed caveman.
At least I was well dressed,
yeah.
right?
H&M really hooked you up.
They did me well because I got a fat discount.
Yeah.
I love fashion.
Because of H&M.
Why was that a funny? Why did you guys laugh?
Because you're a fashionable caveman.
Yeah, I guess. Hey, cavemen. This is why I've never wanted to grow a beard again.
That's not why.
Well, Melissa just said it was disgusting.
No, it was cool.
No,
She's
okay.
like, I found fleas.
Oh, stop.
She'd have to comb you with the flea
A
comb.
flea comb for my beard. No, she would just like. I think you would catch me playing with it. I would
What?
chill.
What? You would eat it? Melissa
Chill,
just said
man.
off like he
Chill.
would eat his beard.
No, chill.
Melissa said he would eat his
Chill.
beard.
Chill.
Are
I
you
wouldn't
Joseph
eat
Mengele?
it.
What are you doing eating your own facial hair? What are you, a cat? You got a hairball in your
Just
stomach?
push your beard up to your
Everyone, chill the fuck out. No, come on.
This is why I stay clean shaven.
Listen, there like parts would be long, and like as I'm driving, I got bored.
I got beard. I got a beard, and I was like, might as well eat it.
Everyone, chill the fuck out.
Ungawa.
I'm sorry, Christian. I love you. I swear. But that beard phase was not it.
It was not it. You know, you have to go through it.
I disagree. I liked it.
The problem was that all of my guy friends were like,
Loved it.
fucking
dude.
cool, dude.
Loved it.
Fucking
you
cool,
looked
dude.
Awesome.
But not
like Jeffrey Wright.
Not one woman. Oh, the villain from Westworld.
Yeah.
Anyway,
His name's Bernard.
I would be driving and it would be long, and I would play with it a little bit. And then I would be like, oh, it's long enough to reach my mouth.
You're like a girl who would like take her hair and like eat it.
Yeah.
Do you eat your hair?
No,
I
that's
don't.
like a
but
child.
that's a very like girl thing, or like if you have long hair, you just kind of just like I don't know, nervous things.
I've never seen that before.
I've seen it in like movies or shows and stuff.
Movies?
Yeah, I've seen
Show?
like
You
the,
haven't seen the movie, The
nervous
Hair Eater?
person. Just
No.
like yeah, I don't know. That's
It's like a nervous tick.
I think so.
Because like,
It's like who would just purposely? Yeah, my hair tastes gray. Like
you would
protein.
be surprised. Melissa used to collect eraser shavings.
Yeah, like
That.
biting your nails.
Okay.
Yeah.
If my mustache gets a little bit more than it is now, which is as far as it gets, and I have like one or two hairs right at like the corner of my mouth,
Yeah.
I have to get them out of there because it's the most annoying thing ever. I can't imagine driving and being like, oh yeah, let me eat this.
Oh,
let me
you
eat this thing.
touch
Let
it,
me have a snack.
shave it immediately.
Well, I mean, usually if it's bothering me, you know what I'll do is I'll pluck it.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
That's why it doesn't
Right
grow,
there?
man.
Yeah, because I don't want. Yeah, I don't want hair to grow right on the corners of my mouth because then it gets into my mouth. This doesn't seem like it seems like a rational decision
no,
in
that
my
makes
brain.
sense. But it's just like you just pluck it right there. I'm just
No,
like,
in the bathroom, like when I get home, not like.
Oh, you try to use like.
Hang on one second.
your nails. I can imagine you doing that. Okay.
You don't see me do a lot of pruning. I
What?
prune in private.
Prune?
Yes.
I mean, who prunes in public though? I mean,
Block
that's what I
people.
thought.
Yeah.
I thought you were just
people do though.
you're just like nose hair, like
Oh, is that the word for it? Pruning?
I
When
guess
you
yeah.
pluck?
You could use that word.
I've never
Or
heard of it
grooming
that way.
yourself, I guess.
You know what? He actually got me into. Let's get back to skincare real quick.
Okay. Skincare, yeah.
Moisturizer, sunblock, retinol.
I got you into that.
No, Melissa.
Oh, wow,
didn't.
retinol too.
But you got me into retinol. That's a game changer because
Wow.
I ain't trying to have these wrinkles in my 30s. You know what I'm saying? Foot masks. We did the foot masks
Oh,
that you
it's
talked
awesome.
about. Have you
Foot
done it before?
masks? No, I haven't done. My dad does them quite frequently.
Which
but,
one did you do with the bag? You just stick your
bag.
foot in the, so good.
But it's crazy how your foot peels after, right?
Crazy. It is in so much skin. So much skin.
I'm already losing skin. I don't need to lose
Oh yeah, you
anymore.
may not need to. Yeah.
No, I would just like have flesh, like walk on flesh.
Don't put it on your hands. They're foot
No,
masks.
like
They do
on
have
my
hand masks
foot.
though.
Oh, you're losing skin on your foot too?
Like everywhere peels.
Oh no, it's like a snake.
Yeah, I'm a snake.
Or a banana.
Yeah.
But you have to peel the banana.
It's once, dude, and then you eat the banana. Don't ever call her a banana.
It's fine. I'm a snake. It's fine.
But then you get
Yeah, that's better.
you get new glowing skin afterwards, right?
I don't know about that. I mean, I guess the trade-off would be like I don't really get acne, so that's
Nice. There you go.
But I mean, you know, like everyone, I have like acne in my teenage years, but then like the skin thing never goes away.
What was teenage faith like?
Oh,
I'm actually really curious. I've only known
Teenage
you.
faith. It's when you go to a lot of like Bible readings and like
Oh,
the
yeah.
priest has a guitar and stuff like that.
Where church is cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like, what were you like back in the day?
I mean, I think it was weird. That's for sure. Oh, I was really quiet now that I think about it.
Really?
In like 6th grade, I was super quiet because I went to a school where I didn't know anybody, and so I would just like hang out in the library, and like these 8th graders saw me and they're like, "You're so cute," and like they took me in and like I read with them. But yeah, I definitely stayed in the library. I think I was part of like the environmental club.
I could see that.
Makes sense.
Yeah, I was definitely. I'm pretty sure I was like a teacher's pet, but I mean, like, I don't know, like I got picked on as like a small Asian girl. People would lift me up because I was small and Asian.
Oh,
That's good that they at least lifted you up, made you feel better.
Oh no, know, like picked me
Picked
up.
you up. Oh shit.
Like picked you up like to
Physically.
just to hold you?
Yeah, because I'm small.
Okay. And
You know
then-
when you like see tiny people, you're saying, "You want to hold?" Yeah, I
Yeah.
was that.
I want to put Melissa in my pocket every day.
If it makes you feel any better, in the 6th grade, I spent all my lunches in the library as well.
Yeah,
Did you?
Yes.
it's very therapeutic. I don't know.
I like got really good friends with the librarian. I got to hang out behind the
Yeah.
desk and stuff and like
I
play
got
on
to
the-
learn about floppy disk.
Yeah, dude. I read the Christopher
That's
Reeve
useful
book.
nowadays.
We didn't know at the time.
Hey, I mean that's where we got us to like USBs and stuff.
I mean, it's good to know that it existed, but like you don't have to like know that much about it.
I don't know. Floppy disks are still pretty cool. I'm just saying.
How did you start getting like more extroverted? Because like you're a good people person.
Oh, I think it was probably in high school. I like bounce around a lot. I feel like I went to a lot of different schools because like I went from Oakland and then I went to like Concord schools and then I went to YV or
Oh.
Ignacio Valley
Yeah.
High School and then I went to Concord High again. So I like bounced back between like places and so.
Oh, and so you got to meet a lot of new
Yeah.
people there.
Friends everywhere.
Yeah, I think I opened up a lot in my freshman year because that's when I went to Ignacio Valley High School, and so I found a group full of Asians.
Nice. That's how it works.
Yeah, and so that's why I was like, oh, there's people like me,
Wow.
because I feel like my culture is like so different from like other people. You know, I think I'm pretty sure I told you this story before, like how I'm like all these different things.
Like no, expand on it. The listeners haven't heard it, so I want to hear it again.
Okay, well, I guess so. I had like huge identity crisis growing up because I am Cantonese, Teochew, and Vietnamese, and American. So my family speaks like 3 different languages. So growing up, I heard all these different languages, and then I'll find someone who's like Cantonese speaking, and I'll speak like Teochew to them, and they'll be like, "The fuck are you saying?"
Oh shit.
And then I'll like say something in Vietnamese and be like, "Bro, that's not Chinese. Like, what are you speaking?" And I'm just like, "Isn't this Chinese? What are you talking about?" And then yeah, so my parents are refugees from Vietnam, but ancestrally, like my ancestors are from China. My dad's side is from like Teochew, and then my mom's side was from like another part of China. But yeah, so
So it's a lot of blended cultures, and I
Yeah.
could see how that could spark identity crisis.
yeah, but yeah, so that made me like an outsider a little bit because I couldn't connect with like other Asian people.
Yeah.
And so it was just very weird. But yeah, once I went into high school, I met a lot of Asian people who were like me, and like, yeah, it was just nice to, yeah, I don't know.
It was like the opposite for me because like when I lived in Pittsburgh, there was a
yeah.
lot of brown people. There was a lot of Filipino, and there was
Yeah.
like a lot of like Asian pride there.
Yeah.
And then like there are Filipinos in Benicia, but then like
There's a lot.
there's a good amount. But then there was also like what I hadn't seen at all in Pittsburgh was this rare species known as white people, and like it was like crazy. Like there was just so many.
True, yeah. There's not a
Middle-class
lot of
white.
good people.
Yeah, like and especially like the different level of classism here as opposed to like Pittsburgh is a little more, especially at the time, more impoverished.
Yeah.
And it was crazy to see at such a young age, like, oh, there's like a lot of different people.
Yeah.
And I felt it wasn't until like later in high school I've always felt like an outsider. I used to be way quieter back in like middle school. Now I'm just like I talk too much and I need to shut the hell up.
Same.
Do you really think that about yourself?
Sometimes, well, okay. The most recent thing I've kind of like learned about myself is that I think I have ADHD.
Is that why you think you'd like dip your toes in like in a bunch of different
and it's so
forms?
bad because on TikTok I spend way too much time on TikTok, but it's really got me. And you know how the algorithm is like for you, like your For
Yeah.
You page is for you. I keep getting ADHD talk, and it gets worse to where some points it's just like, oh yeah, you might have autism actually.
Oh my
You gotta
god.
stop watching those videos.
You're going into a rabbit hole.
I know. I'm just like, I need to stop watching this. Like the algorithm keeps feeding me, but I mean, eventually I will get diagnosed. I'm just like, I don't know if I'm ready. Like, I don't know if I have all these symptoms or what.
It's
I
like
don't know. I've never been diagnosed with ADHD, but the first time I took one of my girlfriend's Adderalls, I was like the most normal person ever. I like made a sandwich and like finished my taxes. And like, I'm not even kidding. And like, Karen was like, I think you might actually have more ADHD than I do. And I was like, yeah, I actually feel really productive. I feel pretty good.
But prior to that, you like, what does it feel like? Because like I understand
it's
that I'm a
all the shitty
distracted
stuff.
individual, but I don't think I have ADHD. I think I have the ability to focus to a certain extent. But like when people talk about, I'm intrigued. Like, what does it feel like?
I don't know. There's just like some things.
What does it feel like for you to breathe?
I don't know. I guess some things that I've noticed is that like now at night, sometimes I actually have to count sheep.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah,
sure.
so my brain is like going off at like I'll have these random art ideas. I'll just like go up and then I'll like wake up from my sleep and then jot my ideas down in notes so I remember it. Yeah, and it just keeps going like that. But I have to count sheep when I sleep.
To just stop thinking like that so you could actually rest.
Yeah, and then the other thing too, like on ADHD Talk, people are just like, yeah, there's these things called like ADHD bins or bags or whatever, where you just like put all these things in like a bag and like you don't really know what's in there, but you kind of know what's in there, but you just like put it away and they're just like, that's how you keep organized. I do this, but with boxes. So I'll keep things in containers and it's just like in a very specific place. Sometimes I won't look at it and I kind of don't want to look at it, but I know it's there.
Yeah. Oh
and so it's like out of sight, out of mind.
Wow.
But then
that's something I do really all the time. I've never heard it before. But yeah,
you do
holy
that?
Fuck, I do that all the time.
I do it all the time.
My girlfriend says it's like me avoiding things, but I'm like, I'm not avoiding it. It's in that bag right there.
Yeah, it's organized. What are you
I
talking
will
about?
get to it when I get to it.
Exactly.
But I have to learn how to make a perfect grilled cheese right now.
Yeah, and that's why I can't stick to one craft, and that's why I do too many things.
But it looks like
right
it's
there with you, girl.
It's worked in your favor. I mean, we've spoken recently about like spreading ourselves thin. I recently made this joke that they say like that you could be a jack of all trades, which I believe that you're probably like at least the queen of all trades, or like a king, or like even an ace, or you know, master of all. Let's say.
Yeah.
I said that I'm a six of clubs. Just like kind of bland, like kind of good at some things, right? And this is just me being self-detrimental, but it seems that like your ADHD has worked in your favor.
I guess, but then I can't narrow down what I want to do, and then I'm like, I don't have enough time in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a hard thing.
Imagine if we didn't have to sleep, like all of the things that we could just
There are some people like that.
that just don't sleep and get it all done.
There's this YouTuber who doesn't sleep. He has like something in him, just like
Cocaine.
No,
Oh.
no, he's like a really famous YouTuber too. He does a lot of home decor. His name is Lone Fox Home, but basically he doesn't sleep. And so he just keeps producing all these like room makeovers because he doesn't sleep.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Is he gonna die soon? Because
Yes, he will.
No, that's why he's afraid. He's tried like so many different medications, talked to so many people, but it's just like, can you imagine not being able to sleep? That's like actually really scary.
It would be torture.
Yeah,
No, it literally is a form of torture.
Yeah.
If you keep people awake for more than 6 days straight,
Yeah.
they will
God.
go insane.
Because like
Thank
recently,
you, CIA.
I've been having.
That's how we know that.
That's a CIA torture device.
Oh, yeah.
Oh
Horrible.
my God.
That's so scary.
And it actually doesn't even qualify as torture because you can be like, oh, we're just keeping him awake. But they
just like like touching him, and
they play like Metallica really loud or like Justin Bieber, and then they keep you in a stress position.
it's horrible, dude. I hate not being able to sleep because recently I've been having like. Remember I
Nightmares?
told you at the beginning of the year, like it was so easy for me to sleep. I slept
Yeah.
for too long. I was a little sad at the beginning of the year.
Oh.
But now I guess I'm happier. I mean, I don't know.
You
It's
get
the
what you
summer.
get, bitch.
No, it's the summer. I noticed that too. It's like the sad weather, like the seasonal depression. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Could be that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Probably
I get
is.
happier in the summer, but you know.
No, but like seasonal, as in like the winter is like very sad. So in the beginning,
yes,
now
yes,
you're
yeah.
probably really happy because like the sun's out
All the
and
vitamin, all your D
Yeah.
that you're getting.
Interesting. I don't know. Well, like now it's hard for me to sleep. Is the thing? It's like I used to sleep for too long in the beginning.
Yeah.
But now it's hard for me to just like knock out, or I'll wake up and I won't be able to go back to sleep.
Just get back to smoking weed, bro.
I just don't know what to do. I don't think I like that makes me like paranoid and like I get too groggy.
Or melatonin.
No.
take a hot bath.
Drink some warm milk.
Yeah, exactly.
So many ideas.
Can you tell that we stay up at night all the time trying to figure out how to go
Read
back to
a
sleep?
book.
All right. I'm
Jerk
going to
off.
let me rebuttal all of these things. All right. Take a hot bath. Does not sound appealing. A lot of work to like set up a bath and like
Okay, a hot shower.
hot shower. Okay. That is the contender at the moment. Drink warm milk. I intermittent fast and I don't want to have a full belly of like milk in me before I go to sleep.
What about water? Hot water.
Oh, I could do hot water. Thank you. Let's do that. She's winning right now.
It's not
Killing it.
That was my point.
Let's see. Read a book. You said read a book. I
He doesn't know
tried.
how to read.
I know how to read.
Oh,
That's
okay,
how I
sorry.
got
That's
my
why
job.
he has a job. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah,
That's right,
yeah,
that's
that's the main prerequisite.
It was the only thing they asked.
Yeah, that's it. And you're in. No, I've told him this before. I like the idea of reading. Like, I'll start a book, and I love the imagery of a coffee shop and like sitting near the window and the sun's beaming.
The aesthetic.
I have my one leg crossed over the other, and I'm just like,
Time to read Jane Austen. Let's see what
chapter
we got.
1, and I'm just like,
I got shit to do.
I'm bored. I gotta go do stuff, man.
Honestly, for you though, what would happen is somebody you know would walk into that coffee shop.
Yeah, and because you know what coffee shop.
That's the truth of it. What would
the
happen?
one downtown here, yeah,
You'd have to go to like a coffee shop in Seattle.
where no one knows.
Yeah, and then no one would like, and then you'd be like, "Why is no one talking to me right now?" Like,
that
I'm here reading in the front window. Why will no one come and
And
talk
then
to
I
me?
would feel dismissed.
I'm going home. Chapter 2. I'm not reading this anymore.
Yeah, dude, it's just figuring it out.
Do you
Yeah.
read a lot? Do you get through
I
books?
don't. No, the most recent thing I've learned is that apparently books are hard to read. Like, I've always thought
Who are
about
you
this.
talking to? A 10-year-old?
It's so hard.
It's so hard to read.
I don't get
You have
it.
to turn the page. They get heavier as they go.
Why no? There are no pictures. This is hard.
Why is it,
Okay, it's hard to read because if you think about it, how the words appear on the page, they're not like nice looking. It's a visual thing. For me, I can't read a regular book that has like chapters and stuff if it doesn't look appealing to me, if that makes sense. Like
Yeah.
some
You're a
words
very
need
art-centric person, yeah.
some words need to like be bolded or something, or like italicized here and there for me to be able to like, oh, I can like differentiate, or else it'll just look like a giant blob. You know, if you see like a paragraph, you're just like, wow, that's a long paragraph, and that's why you split it up, right?
Yeah.
That's how words or like letters need to be for me.
Really?
Yeah, and there's like an app where it's like they turn books that's more readable, and I didn't even know that was a thing.
For sure. So
Yeah.
what got me really into reading was reading on my iPhone, because one, it's a scrolling thing, and you
Yeah.
can change the font, you can change the type of paper and stuff like
Yeah.
that. So it is a little bit easier to kind of get it. And then also I had this like really like freeing understanding a few years ago where it was like, it's only in school where they make you read one book at a time.
Yeah.
It's like you can start a book and then put it down and then start another one and then go back to that other one or start a third one. Like you really don't have to read one book until the very end, and you're not allowed to look at another book. Like that's just something they tell us in school because they're going to test us on it and they don't want us to get confused. But I'm constantly reading 2, 3, maybe even 4 books at one time.
I never thought of that.
Yeah. I swear to God.
It's how we associated
When
with
I
it
had
back then.
When I first heard that, like, and it was like 3 or 4 years ago, it blew my mind. And Christian knows I'm always reading.
Like my mind right
reads a
now.
lot.
I'm just
Reading
like,
just random shit because
dang.
there's no reason to have to just read. You don't have to read Moby Dick all the way through and through. No one's gonna test you. You're a full grown adult. And if you don't like it,
God.
you can put it down and start another one. And yeah,
I always felt guilty for not reading books all the way through.
guilty to who? The
Yeah.
author?
Yeah.
Yeah, who cares?
I mean,
What
yeah.
the hell am I guilty to?
Yeah, really though. There's no one to feel bad for. And then on the phone, I don't feel like it's not like a library book where I have to return it in 3 weeks or if I don't finish it. And, you know, I'm not in a book club where I have to like again. It's like I can read what I want at the speed that I want at the timing that I want.
I'm gonna try to read again.
Yeah.
You've inspired me to try to read again as well, dude.
Just have like 10 books next to you.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I could do that, and then just switch around. It's like it's basically like Netflix, right? You have a huge
Yeah.
selection. You don't have to finish the episode.
Yeah,
You don't have to
I
finish
was
the
gonna say
movie.
more like YouTube
Yes.
because you're really good at YouTube tutorials.
Pardon?
When we first
Like
started
you
doing
do-
this stuff, when we
you
first
do
started doing
YouTube
editing,
tutorials?
no, like
Wait,
learning from
I'm
them,
trying to understand your sentence.
like learning from them.
Oh, learning from
Yeah.
gaining my tribal knowledge from
From those videos and stuff. And that's what's kind of when I try to learn things right now, I'm always like, well, Christian just like typed it into YouTube and he seems to have all this shit figured out. So
because
yeah.
I'm a very visual learner. Like it's
Yeah.
it's
pause
like,
it, rewind it.
I remember we are like, when we studied together, that's how we
Yes.
learned together. That's why we studied so well together.
we got very productive when
Yeah,
we would study. And
I
like,
remember.
And that's why organic chemistry was really good for us because that was
Yeah.
a very visual.
And we had a good group going.
we had a solid group. So
Yeah.
I think we definitely are the same type of learners.
Yeah.
I connect with you deeply in the sense that like, oh, it's hard to read because it's not aesthetically pleasing. It's
Like,
it's
probably,
a plop,
yeah.
right?
Because books, yeah, I mean, because Yeah, look at how they used to have to be made. Like up until
Yeah.
now,
Yeah.
they had to be printed on a page, and it was never going to be done and changed again. But on our computers and on our phones, on the iPad,
Yeah.
I used to date a girl who'd be like, "It's not really reading if you're reading it on your phone," and I'm like, "That's
still reading.
It's the same
what?
fucking word."
Then
It's
why
still
do they
reading.
have like the Amazon? What is it?
A Kindle.
The Kindle,
The Kindle.
yeah,
Like, what is a Kindle then?
yeah, we broke up over that. It was my biggest argument, honestly.
Oh my
We didn't. It wasn't
God.
over it, but that was one of my biggest arguments with her. I was like, "What?" Because she'd be like, "You don't read a lot because you read off your phone." I'm like, "I'm
Rude.
reading all the time.
That's crazy.
I'm very smart."
Like, what is your definition of reading?
Opening a book. I'm like, "No, that's time consuming."
I understand the charm. Of
The aesthetic. You're an
Yeah.
aesthetics man. Yeah.
Well, I know the charm of opening a book, like
Yeah,
the
for sure.
idea of it, right? That's like
Yeah, and like
that's-
smelling the pages or whatever. Yeah,
Exactly.
I get that. I get that.
But as long as the information can be relayed from here to here,
For sure.
then
yeah,
you are good
you're
to go.
reading.
And I read comic books too, and a lot of comic book readers are like, "You can't read comic books on your phone. Like that's bad for whatever." And like you have to have it off the paper, and then vice versa, whatever can. But it's like, how about like if I don't make it to the comic book store this week, I can download it on my phone.
Yeah.
And then if I find myself in a store, I can buy the issues that I want. Then
There you
that
go.
way I'm happy all the way around. And it's like it doesn't have to be so black and white. And
Yeah.
It works out that way.
Yeah, it
but
does.
I think what distracts us from literature is
life.
life and like just media in general, like how fast you could switch from YouTube videos or like the speed of scrolling on TikTok and
Yeah.
whatnot.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, my algorithm on Instagram is destroyed ever since I started watching Asian people eat immense amount of food.
Like mukbangs?
So much mukbangs.
Mine's all
so
animals.
much, dude. And it's this Asian guy with a black background.
Oh.
I don't know if he's come across
I
your
don't
feed.
know. I don't know if it's.
But like he'll have like spicy Korean chicken
Oh my god.
just lathered in chili sauce, and like you could hear the crunch and all that stuff, and then like he'll just eat like black bean noodles.
So ASMR.
ASMR. Yeah, his microphone is probably in his throat because you hear everything. And so like yeah, you should check it out. You might like it.
Pass.
You know what we should do? Okay, this is the thing I started doing, but I have different accounts for different algorithms.
What?
Oh.
So when I got into ceramics, I was like, I don't want to have ceramic things on my regular page or like on my, regular Instagram.
Yeah.
So I created a whole new Instagram and I just look at ceramic things. So my other one's illustration based and the other one's ceramic
genius.
based. And then I just go and like specifically ceramic things. So if you just want to watch a mukbangers, make a different account and then
Oh my
just,
God.
yeah.
That makes so much sense.
Yeah.
I can have an account just for boobs, an account just for cars, an
Exactly.
account just for dogs. So right now I'm getting all three at once, and it's like, that's a cool gun. Those are nice boobs. That's a fun dog. And I'm always afraid when people are like looking over my shoulder, what it's gonna come up.
Yeah, maybe you should organize that then, dude. I think this has been wonderful.
Yes.
And like I've warned you at the beginning of this episode or before recording that we're going to do an improv scene.
Oh, yes. Okay.
Have you ever done improv before?
No. And I see you do it all the time. And I'm just like, how does he think of this?
You just have to like get rid of shame and guilt and all of your filters that you
Let me-
grew up with. In
Yeah, have you listened to
society.
anything we've said?
Yeah.
Oh, man. Okay,
Um,
I'm going to try my best, but
That's all we ask.
That's all we ask.
you're not going to have me like do a backflip or anything,
Well,
right?
now we will.
Oh, no.
You don't worry. It's not a physical.
Half of this is an audio medium.
Yeah, I mean, even though there are cameras, like a lot of people listen to this like while driving to work.
Yeah, yeah.
So if I say, "Hey, Faith, that's so crazy that you do backflips. Can you do one right now?"
Yeah, of course, dude.
Perfect. Yeah, that's all I asked for. I don't know what character you chose in that voice, but I love it. You
Kelly
sound.
Slater.
She sounds like that new little. You know how A24 is coming out with that movie with the little. What is he? He's like a little dumpling or some shit. Does anyone know what I'm
Talking
talking
about Marcel the Shell.
Marcel the Shell. Yes.
First of all, it's a
that?
woman. It's a shell. And I can't believe I got that Bud Light like description right.
What did I call him? A dumpling?
A guy dumpling. The only thing you got right was A24, and I think you said A42.
I said A24. But I'm pretty sure. So the name of the movie is not Marcel the Dumpling.
No, it's Marcel the Shell.
Dude, he looks like a dumpling with shoes.
She
She looks like a
is
dumpling.
a shell.
Anyway, you sounded like that. All right. So basically, I mean, do you want to give like the rundown of like how we started? Any questions do you have before?
Any pointers?
Sure. Just say yes to like, if we say do a backflip, don't say nah, man.
I only do side flips.
Yeah, you could probably say
That would work,
actually. That would
actually.
work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just don't be like, no, I'm in a wheelchair. Then we'll be like, oh,
Then that's a block.
Oh,
yeah,
I see,
now
I
it's
see.
sad.
Otherwise, no rules. It could be silly as hell. We're not making the next Christopher
Okay.
Nolan film
Okay,
here.
okay.
Which, did you guys see the poster for his next film, Oppenheimer?
No, I've not.
Looks great. Going to
I
be about the
want
construction
to
of the
watch it.
atomic bomb.
Oh,
Yeah, that's right.
I think I saw that or like the trailer for it.
It's going to be
Yeah.
great. What's his name? Scarecrow from Batman's in it.
Oh,
He's
the
Oppenheimer.
guy from Peaky Blinders.
Yeah, and Iron Man's in it.
Nice. Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah, a bunch of people are in this movie. Christopher Nolan.
You just don't say actors' names. You just say
That helps me though. I don't remember actors' names at all.
good.
See? I'm
Okay.
here.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Yeah. I'm just the guy. I got attacked for like 20 minutes earlier about my fucking beard. So, you know.
Sorry.
That was not an attack. At least not on my side.
I
like an-
still love you. It's just the
Thank you.
beard needed to go.
How's the 5 o'clock? Is that okay?
It's great.
I
Thank
would
you.
like at least a 7.
What's 7?
Just a little bit more.
What does it mean when you increase the time? Does it go higher on my face?
I think it gets thicker.
Oh, it gets- whatever. Fuck it. Let's do an improv scene.
Would a 2 o'clock shadow just be like up to your lip?
I don't know. Where does it start?
An Amish beard is a 1 o'clock shadow.
First of all, facial hair doesn't start from the neck up.
And if it's a 5 o'clock shadow, the light would make it go down. It'd be a neck beard. A 5 o'clock shadow is a neck beard.
It's like, what time is it? I don't know. Look at his beard.
6:30. No, he shaved last week.
I
Oh.
should shave and only keep the neck beard.
Just right. It would look like
That'll be a scarf.
it's the reverse of like a woman's pubic hair.
Just like, oh my God. People would be like, is he wearing a turtleneck?
In a way, he is.
Interesting.
Much like the turkeys and the male chickens that roam this planet.
Wow.
Christian also has a gobble.
Oh, it's a gobble. Wow, he needs help. I grew that beard while watching
dare?
all 4 seasons of Game of Thrones because that's all that was available. And I was just like, I'm not going to shave.
I want
Like,
to be like
I'm
these guys.
inspired.
I saw all these beautiful beards and then
Hey,
like,
I don't feel bad. I started smoking because of Boardwalk Empire. So
oh, that's what happens.
Yeah.
Crazy. Heavily influenced by TV. Let's get into this improv scene.
you could almost say our entire personalities are crafted by characters we've seen on TV.
Exactly. and my friends. All right.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, highly irrelevant.
Wow, man, look at this beautiful artwork in this museum. Wow. Honey, come here.
Yes, my husband Owen Wilson.
I would love, look at how this, I don't know what it means. I do want that in my hallway.
Yeah, it's a pretty painting. It's beautiful, but baby, you know how to read. You can read it.
I love.
Sound it out. Sound
says,
it out.
Dumplings are life, and I connect to it. I think that's the artist over there. Oh my gosh.
Hi.
Is this you? Is
It
this your
is
artwork?
me. Yes, it is me.
Can you
Which-
tell me about the meaning of this?
oh, dumplings are life.
Yeah.
You know, I just thought about it in my dreams,
In your
and dumplings are life. You know.
I could imagine that. Sorry.
Baby, we already have 2 dumplings. We have dumplings are happiness, and we have dumplings are food in the kitchen.
So you need this one.
It just
right?
seems like
You
this is the
guys-
proper trend.
yeah.
It seems like we have a lot of dumpling themed food paintings in the house.
You know the other ones, the other 2, those are actually by me too.
That's
oh,
you-
it's a set.
Yes,
Wow.
it is.
This
Well, I
is
didn't know
the
it was a
final
set,
piece in the
Owen.
collection. Oh my God. Thank you.
Wow.
Jennifer Garner.
Okay.
Can you run me through your other artworks
Yeah,
here?
is there more to the set? What else?
What is this one?
This one that says dumplings are war. What does that one mean?
You know, sometimes, it's like when food wars happen, it's like dumplings.
The
are
Great
wars.
Sandwich War of 1983 in
Yeah.
Philadelphia. Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
crazy.
You know, sometimes it just be like that.
It's
It
oof.
just be like that.
Yeah, maybe that will be my next one.
Oh my God. But just like a portrait of it. Just
Yeah,
Says
and
it
I'm
just
dedicated
being like
to
that.
you guys
Oh
because you
my
guys
goodness.
inspired me so much.
Well, we
That's
would
what
love
we
to
do.
commission that painting. Could we make it into maybe like a mural for? We actually donate heavily to the YMCA of.
Philadelphia. Yes, actually, I stand corrected. The YMCA
of
of dumplings.
Yeah, it's a small village in
Dumplingville?
Taiwan.
This is no.
There's 2. There's the sister city in Dumplingville.
Oh, yeah.
And then there's the main building in
Yeah,
Taiwan.
thank you so much for correcting me.
Yeah, of course.
Thank
But the
you.
one in Dumplingville is where we'd like the mural.
Yeah.
What is this piece right here that I'm looking at. Can you describe it to me in immense detail?
Sweetie, that's the bathroom door.
Oh my
Come
God,
on
I'm
over here.
sorry.
Come on
This
over here,
everything you
sweetie.
did.
Sorry.
This
He
is
means
what I
this,
meant.
This paint. Yes.
Do you actually need to go to the bathroom?
You know,
Babe,
I'll
you're doing
hold
the
it
dance.
in.
You're doing
I'll
the PPD.
hold it in
It's
because
okay.
I'm just
You
so
can let
excited
it
to talk
out.
to you.
It's fine.
Not-
You know, this is a museum.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's art technically.
Yeah, you are art.
Thank you. Oh my God. Am I your next piece?
Just
Well,
maybe.
I mean, we are married. Hang on a second here.
Cut to Faith's next. What's the word for it? Like
Art show?
Art show.
Gallery.
You see Owen Wilson on
You see Owen Wilson.
on a stand in a dumpling costume, and passerbyers are going observing.
I don't know why he's naked, but it is a nice dumpling costume on his head. Interesting.
Cut to the next art show. Faith, the turnout on the last show, you only had one person there. The dumpling thing's not working.
Yeah, that was definitely an art block for me.
Oh,
Yeah.
what's the next one?
I don't know. Maybe another dumpling?
We cut to an insane asylum with Faith in there, and she's talking to herself about dumplings and only dumplings.
But in her mind, there's two other Faiths. One with like a scar on her face, and the other one wearing like samurai armor. I don't know, Faith. I think you were close to cracking the dumpling code, honestly.
Yeah.
I was about to find the dumpling treasure, you guys. It's real.
And they put us in here. They lock us away. We can't stand for this.
They kept telling me it wasn't real, and I wanted to just look for the dumpling treasure.
You still could find it.
You think so?
You could break through these
We know
walls.
so.
Can you get me out of here?
Yeah, I'm a samurai. I'm Samurai Faith.
And I'm Scar Faith.
Scene. What happened?
She's in an insane asylum. She can't be violent. She can't be
I
violent.
understand. I
I'm so
understand.
confused of where the...
I'm confused. But that's improv, Faith. It's gonna be about dumpling art for the longest time sometimes.
Oh, God.
I like the Owen Wilson Jennifer Garner connection.
Yeah, no, that's a relationship I would like to ship eventually. That'd be nice.
I think they're both married.
Oh, shit happens. In
Ship
celebrities, yes.
I mean, not to completely detract, but Ben Affleck and J-Lo just got married.
That is crazy
Yeah,
that they did.
yeah, 21 years after he proposed to her. Wow. See how long you guys have to wait? 21 years.
21
But
years.
you get to date A-Rod in the middle of it.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, everyone likes A-Rod. Faith, thank you so much. Is there anything you would like to leave with the listeners? Can you plug some stuff?
Of
that they
course. Should we plug everything?
plug everything?
man.
Plug that light in behind you, too.
Oh, yeah. I actually have a lot. So I'm going to be at the 626 Night Market in the Bay Area.
Nice.
It's going to be at the Alameda County Fairgrounds from July 29th to the 31st. I also have a polymer clay earring workshop, which I am wearing right here. These
Love
are
those.
one of the earrings that I will be teaching, and that's going to be held at the Mischief shop in Oakland. And that will be August 27th, actually. August 27th from... I forgot when, but I think it's 12 or 10 to 12.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well,
But
give
yeah.
me all the details. I could put links to your Instagram where you're gonna plug these in the description for this episode. And I'll be making clips of this where I could help promote what you're doing.
Of course.
Yes. Is there anything else? Where could they find your art?
They'll find me at Calculator. So it's my Faith Cal, CAO Culator.
Nice.
Because, math minor and all. But
Some things never change.
yeah, and then you can also find me at faithcow.com.
Beautiful.
Just great.
And what could they commission you for?
Oh, man. Well, currently I am not taking commissions.
Never mind, listeners.
Unless it's like a granite
But-
statue or something.
Yeah,
fun.
something huge. But currently I'm going to be opening my online shop, but you can always follow me and keep updated from all the things that I'm going to be doing. I will be doing more markets in the Bay Area, so. that will
And if
be
I can just throw
happening.
this out, Christian recently had his ears pierced. So if you need an earring model,
Oh,
this guy's here for you.
really?
Weird thing to plug.
And I would,
I would love you as my earring model.
Sure,
Wait,
would
no.
love to.
You know how good your business would be if you modeled women's earrings on a man? Like, it would just shoot through the roof. People would love it. People would be
It's
like,
an
this is great.
aesthetic.
Yeah.
Honestly, yeah, no,
It would be
I
great.
would. I would.
Hashtag earrings on men.
I'll
Yeah.
rock it for an episode.
Harry
I will
Styles.
rock it. Yeah, I would do it.
Yeah,
My ears
honestly.
are also pierced. I'll wear if you have like studs though.
Real quick, what's your view on men wearing on dangling earrings?
I would love that, honestly.
Really?
Yeah.
Have you seen like the
one Imagineer from Disneyland.
Yeah, that guy, but
Yeah.
not his exact earring, but something like that.
You know what? I say men should wear studs unless you're a pirate. Then you get a hoop.
Interesting. Not many pirates nowadays.
Very specific.
There's a lot of pirates today, actually, but that's fine.
Okay, didn't know that was a sensitive subject for
There's
you.
a lot of pirates. I'm the captain now.
All right, real quick, Faith, thank you so much. This has been wonderful.
Thank you so much for having me on
This
here.
is so much fun, and it's so nice to see you.
I know. I missed you guys so much.
We
Now you're back in
miss
the
you.
base. You just have to come back like
I
once every
know.
6 months.
I need to just like shoot you guys. And
Please.
Yeah. Oh
Pardon?
yeah, or with your camera. You know.
With my
Yeah,
camera,
that'd be nice.
yes.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes.
Please look into the camera
Yes.
and leave the listeners with an anecdote, with a sentence, a phrase, something that you want to just leave them with.
Oh man.
Could be anything.
I'm trying to think so hard. I think I can only think of like the most recent thing I've like lettered, I guess, but it's just a bad day, not a bad life.
Oh, beautiful. Fantastic job. Thank you so much for coming on to the show.
Nice.
Love you, and we'll see you next time. Baddies, you guys know where to find us. Follow us at Christian Has Asthma on Instagram.
I'm at call_me_Jesus.
ICBTB.com if you want to visit our website and buy some of our merch, or at ICBTB Podcast on Instagram.
Yeah, and then follow like American Red Cross.
Yeah, help out where you can, and be a good person everywhere you can. Faith, thank you so much. Thank you to everyone in this room, and we'll see you later. Bye, baddies.
Can't be that bad, oh, it 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 can't be that bad.